Hey guys, it's Luke, founder of Back 9 PT and Performance. What I want to do is talk to you over the next few weeks about vertical jump testing and what I'm looking for with my players. So stay tuned as we kind of break down 3 movements and the numbers that we look for with each player. This first move we're going to look at is the counter jump movement or your typical vertical jump. So here, the player is just going to load down quickly, jump up, and land softly. What we're going to do here is just truly measure what the vertical is. In our male players, the average is 22 inches. So what we're looking for is to at least get to that number to be hitting the spots that we know are truly going to be that like low-hanging fruit for their golf swing. So if you're well below this number, we know that with research, if we train that up and get stronger, we can generally get that to translate into club head speed. With our female athletes, the average is 18 inches. So again, we know that if we kind of test this and train this over time, that there's direct correlation to being able to improve one's club head speed. Now, obviously we have to be able to factor in like how you deliver the club and even our numbers kind of with club data. But we know that this is going to give you the engine to swing faster. Now, after we look at that counter jump movement, the second thing we're going to look at is a more static vertical jump. So here, the player is going to go down, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, and then jump. So now what we've done is we've taken away the elastic component of the counter movement. So now when we look at the data, if the counter jump movement is the same as that static movement, we know that this player is more of a strength-based person when it comes to the power they are producing. Or as Greg Rose would like to call them, a gorilla. So that would tell us that style player is going to need more elastic training in the gym to try to improve their ability for their club head speed to go up. Now, if they're the opposite and their counter jump movement is way better than their static, we would call that player a more elastic person. Or again, as Greg Rose would call this person, a gazelle. So that just means they're using the energy from the elasticity in our tissues to create power versus just brute strength. So if you want to think of like Dustin Johnson versus John Rahm, right? So those are some big difference, or even Bryson, some of those bigger guys. Now obviously they're all like extremely talented as well, but just more body type, you can kind of think. So once we get that broken down, that's really going to help determine how we should be training in the gym. Now the third thing that we need to look at when it comes to vertical jump testing in our players is single leg. So this is as simple as it sounds. We're going to load down, but then I'm going to have you land on both feet just so we don't have to worry about any kind of crazy collapsing or whatnot. Now if the player's dealing with an injury, I may have them do that because I want to see like, are they unstable when they land, or can we have correct landing motions? But in general, I'm going to have you jump up with one and land on 2. So with this, we're going to compare side to side, and I'm really looking for symmetry. So if we know we have a huge deficit on one side, we may do a little bit more single leg strength work or single leg power work even to try to bring those closer together. And then honestly, when it comes to the vertical production of the ground reaction forces in the swing, I want that lead side to feel like it's working more, so we may even train it in some of our motions to get that feel for generating that push into the swing, which we know is going to increase club head speed.